welcome back everyone. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's on a TR7/TR8. This car belongs to Alistair from Hamilton Classic and Motorsport. I first started working on this car probably in 2014. Back then it was blue, white and red. I think it's always been a rally car. The things we done back then on it for Alistair was the wheelbase on it. I cut out all the inner wheel arches, the outer quarters, and moved them slightly back for him just to give him a bit more wheelbase in it. I made the boot floor in it, made where the spare wheel goes and stuff in it, and we done all that. And yeah, and it was about 2014. I had a quick sort of flick through on my phone, and there's a couple of pictures on my phone back then when we sort of had it in here to do that. Since then, Alistair's done various events in it, and he does use it and abuse it. I think the first time I painted it, it was grey with this colour scheme. This bit was grey on here rather than the bronzy colour. Then we changed it to a cream here, and then the last time he's changed it to this. So we have done quite a lot of work on this, and like I say, Alistair does use it and he does abuse it. About 3 or 4 years ago he rolled it in Jersey, so we ended up putting a new roof on it, new wings, altered all the front for him, and then since then he's damaged the doors and stuff, so it's back again because he's had a little hiccup in it. So what he has done this time, he has damaged this rear corner, so it's in for me to sort this out for him so he can get back out in it. And while it's here, I believe the engine is over the road at Grace Engine Developments, because James built the V8 in it, and he's just trying to have a refresh done on it and see if he can squeeze a little bit more power out, as everyone always wants more. I think originally the car ran a 5-speed gearbox, but now Alistair's got a sequential in it, so it has been a rally car as far as I know most of its life, so it has had a lot of abuse. So there is a little bit of filler in it over the years, because obviously it has been damaged quite a lot over the past, but they are quite claustrophobic inside when all the seats in it. So if you don't like tight spaces, these probably are not the cars for everyone, but they are different than an Escort, because when you're on the rally stage it is quite nice to hear a V8 roaring around and see this going around rather than the average Escort that everyone has. So yeah, so we've got it in. So I've got to sort this out. As you can see here, it has pushed the rear end over and opened this gap up quite nicely, cracked the joint there and put a nice kink there. So I've got to sort that out, put it on the jig, give it a pull. So I'll have a quick look in the boot. It has squashed it in that corner. Another thing Alistair wants me to do, he wants me to sink this extra fuel tank into the floor, because I think some of the stages now are getting a little bit longer and it is thirsty and it's using a bit more fuel. So like I said in the past, I made all this boot floor up, made this spare wheel carrier for him and all that. So like I said, we have done a lot of work on this car over the years where he keeps modifying it. The boot lids wasn't the first one I've done. He's got this one now with a ducktail on it. So that's got a little bit of damage there to do. And I do believe in the past the bonnet's changed. It's got more vents and stuff in the bonnet. So I think Alistair actually sells these bonnets, I do believe, with these vents in, because Alistair's quite into his TR7s. He has got one that's got a Mazda conversion in that he does, and also one with a Lexus V8 in it that he does conversion kits for. So Alistair is the man for your TR stuff, especially the TR7s. So this video is literally going to be about me repairing this for him and getting it back up so he can get out on the events and enjoy himself. So I've given the TR a pull and cut the rear corner out of it. I've still got a bit of work to do on this corner, hammering up and stuff like that. But the reason the gap would open up this side was because the boot lid had embedded itself in here and here, so that had pushed it over. So I've now pulled that back over, so we've got that gap shut up. I've cut a hole in the floor to take the new tank weld that I've just made. I've just spot welded that up, so now I'm going to put that into there and I want to do that before I start enclosing all the back of this up, and then I can sort of address this corner. But I will show you what Alistair's given me to fix this. So as you can see, he hasn't given me a lot, and to be honest, whoever cut this to start with was going to give me less, because they started cutting it here, as you can see, but decided to give me a little bit more. But what I have got, it's got a bit of rust in it, so I've got to now clean this up and then unpick what's left of the other car on it, and then make up some new bits, and then see what we can do to get that back into there. But first I'm going to weld that tank well in there, so that's what I'm going to do now. So I've welded all the tank well in and cleaned all the welds off. One of the other jobs Alistair's asked me to do is put some riv nuts around the outside of it. So I've marked up where I want to put the riv nuts. I've put quite a few of them in already, but how I do it, I'll grab my centre punch, which is the spring loaded ones, on the mark, down, and then drill the hole to the size of the riv nuts. I use a Wortham riv nut gun, because I think this is one of the best ones on the market. So you wind the riv nut on, and the reason I like this one is because once you put it in the hole like that, you've got a ratchet on it, and you can feel the tension that you're getting up on the riv nut. You know when it's crushed up really nice. Some of the other pump action ones are not quite as nice. Really wind these and make sure they're really nice and crushed. Like that, it's nice and tight, it's crushed. Release it back off. Wind that out. And then hopefully we have a riv nut. So there's your riv nut, lovely. So I'm going to do the next one, which is the last one, and then get on with the next bit of this. So I've cleaned up Alistair's panel, cut out the rust in the bottom of here, made a new panel up and welded that in. Same along here, so I've made this up, cut all that in, welded that in. So now that's all the rust taken out the bottom of it. So I'm going to get it fitted in the car, get all the joints cut and get it welded in. So we've moved on a bit now. Obviously I welded it all in, done the repairs on it, Ginger's primed it and blocked all that down, prepped inside the boot for me and the underside, so I can get that all done in grey, is which I'm going to do now, and then we can start masking up the outside to get the colours done on the outside. So that's my next challenge. Let's get some grey on it. So I've painted the inside and underneath grey, and I've also put a bit of white on the quarter panel for the white stripe. So I've now fine lined that out to get ready to mask it done for the red. So now I'm going to put the red on. The red on this is what we call a 3-stage pearl. So basically it's got a ground coat and then the red goes on. So then we can mask that out ready for the grey. So I'm going to get the red on it now. So I've painted the red, now I've masked it off so we can do the bronze grey, and then we can demask it and then lacquer it. So what I'm going to do now is get the bronzy grey on it. So now I've got the boot lid back in, so I need to get some colour on that as well, so we can get this job finished. So that's all 3 colours on now. So I'm now going to clear coat it, and this has a matte clear on this one, but I do add a very small percentage of normal clear into it just to take the milkiness of it. Sometimes when you do matte clears they can look just a little bit milky. So I'm going to do that now, and hopefully we can get this out and get it back together. Right, so that's Alistair's TR all ready for him to collect, which I think he's coming this afternoon to get it. So I'll just have a quick walk around with you. So there's the gap now that was all sort of wide and horrible now, so that's all alright. And the kink that was on this side is obviously all gone, that's all done. I'll show you inside the boot. So the boot, we've done all, like I say, grey in there. And there's the tank weld that he wanted put in, so that's all done. And there's obviously all the stripes back on it down the side. I've put the wheel arch on it for him, so we had to repair that and paint that as well for him. So hopefully that's it. We won't see this for a while, but Alistair has got a rally in a couple of weeks, for 3 weeks, so hopefully nothing happens there and we get to see it back again. So, which, to be honest, we don't want, and nor does he. So thanks for watching this video. If you could leave the word TR in the comments, it would be great, and also if you could subscribe, we would really appreciate it. So once again, thanks for watching it. Catch you on the next one.